intelligent, your comment is contextual. That means it has to do with showing you have watched the video, and your comment is promotional before you can win. But if your notification bell is not on, you won't even know when the video is on, and you only hear when others have win. So learn how to subscribe by hitting the subscribe bell. Then when you hit the subscribe, you see 4 bell options. The 4 bell options are called the different notification options. Click on this higher one with the bell that says all. Then you are set to know when we post our video, and when we post the videos, you watch the video, you like the video, you comment on the video, and your comment must be intelligent, it must be contextual, and it must be promotional for you to win every day. Every day is a good day to win on this channel, because we are building the most generous and the most educative channel in Africa. So every day we are giving away 100,000 naira to 5 people, 20,000 naira. And that's not the greatest. The greatest is that at the end of every month, anybody that was the highest winning of the daily giveaway win 1 million naira, which is the big one, and where we are hoping to shake the industry. So every day we'll be here, but for you to win, you need to learn how to turn on your notification bell, because so many of you know how to just press subscribe and take off. But guess what? When you press subscribe and take off, you won't know when the videos come live, because it's only those that comment within the first 1 hour of posting the video that your comment is intelligent, your comment is contextual. That means it has to do with showing you have watched the video, and your comment is promotional before you can win. But if your notification bell is not on, you won't even know when the video is on, and you only hear when others have win. So learn how to subscribe by hitting the subscribe bell. Then when you hit the subscribe, you see 4 bell options. The 4 bell options are called the different notification options. Click on this higher one with the bell that says all. Then you are set to know when we post our video, and when we post the videos, you watch the video, you like the video, you comment on the video, and your comment must be intelligent, it must be contextual, and it must be promotional for you to win every day. Every day is a good day to win on this channel, because we are building the most generous and the most educative channel in Africa. So every day we are giving away 100,000 naira to 5 people, 20,000 naira. And that's not the greatest. The greatest is that at the end of every month, anybody that was the highest winning of the daily giveaway win 1 million naira, which is the big one, and where we are hoping to shake the industry. So every day we'll be here, but for you to win, you need to learn how to turn on your notification bell, because so many of you know how to just press subscribe and take off. But guess what? When you press subscribe and take off, you won't know when the videos come live, because it's only those that comment within the first 1 hour of posting the video that your comment is intelligent, your comment is contextual. That means it has to do with showing you have watched the video, and your comment is promotional before you can win. But if your notification bell is not on, you won't even know when the video is on, and you only hear when others have win. So learn how to subscribe by hitting the subscribe bell. Then when you hit the subscribe, you see 4 bell options. The 4 bell options are called the different notification options. Click on this higher one with the bell that says all. Then you are set to know when we post our video, and when we post the videos, you watch the video, you like the video, you comment on the video, and your comment must be intelligent, it must be contextual, and it must be promotional for you to win every day. Every day is a good day to win on this channel because we are building the most generous and the most educative channel in Africa. So every day we are giving away 100,000 naira to 5 people, 20,000 naira. And that's not the greatest. The greatest is that at the end of every month, anybody that was the highest winning of the daily giveaway. You're welcome to today's live with my Ace China, the mayor of housing and your real estate success strategist. And today we have another opportunity for us to dive into a very important topic that many of us take for granted. It's as important as financial literacy because this topic will determine whether you make it in business or you don't make it in business. So you're welcome. Please, before we start, all of you watching, make sure you share this video. Share the video to your different WhatsApp group. Share it on your status. Share it on different places so that we can have more people participating. That is why we do the giveaway, to get more people to participate, because we are building the most educative and the most generous YouTube channel in Africa. And today we'll be giving away 30,000 naira to 10 people after this live presentation. And today's topic is how to communicate with your customers for maximum value. We're going to start immediately so that we can finish before 6:30 and take your questions. Before we go on, please, whatever errors we have in picking answers, we're still working on that system to see how we can pick correct answers. So whatever errors we've made in the past, we're going to improve on that. So let's dive right into it. How to communicate with your customers for maximum value. What is communication? If you ask Google, it will tell you that communication is the process of conveying information through thoughts or feelings from one person to another, often through a common system of symbols and language. But the main meat of communication is understanding. When you pass out a meaning and people get that meaning, and you pass out a meaning that evokes a feeling, then you've communicated. And the greatest communication is the communication of value. How can people get the meaning and the feeling of value from what you're saying? Because you are saying rubbish or you're saying value, but the person is getting rubbish, you are not communicating. So communicating is the meaning and the feeling of value you give to others. So customer, if you go to Google, it will tell you a customer is a person who buys goods or service, or a specific kind of person who you want to deal with. But my definition of a customer is a person who pays, a person who is happy to pay, a person who is happy to have paid. That's after paying, they are still happy. And a person who is willing to pay again and refer others to pay. Many Nigerians stop at the first line. I have 5 lines. Number 1, the person pays. Number 2, person is happy to pay. Number 3, person is happy after they have paid. Number 4, the person is willing to pay again. And number 5, the person is willing to refer others to come and pay you. Many Nigerians fail in business because they are only after level 1 of customer, just to collect money. So we're going to talk about and teach you how to communicate with your customers in 3 stages. Before they buy in, and that's the marketing stage. During the buy-in, that's the sales stage. And after the buy-in, which is the follow-up stage. So before the buy-in, marketing is so important because that's what will attract your customers to you. That Peter Drucker said, that business only has 2 functions, marketing and innovation. For those of you that don't know, Peter Drucker is one of the greatest business gurus of the 21st century. He said business has only 2 functions, marketing and innovation. So your marketing is what drives every other process of communication. And those that did marketing in the university would have heard about the popular 4 P's of marketing. The 4 P's of marketing say you must have a product you want to market, you must have a place you want to market, you must have a price of which you want to market, and you must promote that whole thing. But in these things, product is important, place is important, price is important, but the main person that will determine whether you succeed or fail in business is promotion. In business, the best product don't win. The most promoted products win. This is an iPhone. I can assure you there are some phones in China that are better than an iPhone. But because they didn't have the marketing maestro of Steve Jobs to market their products when they started, they are not dominating the market like iPhones. So promotion is the rate determining factor. How well you can promote will determine your price, place, and product. So before you start marketing, there are 3 things you need to know. Number one, you need to know your customer. You are not marketing to everybody. You are marketing to a particular customer. In business, they are called your avatar customer. Who is your customer? If you have a product, for instance, Pampers, that babies are going to use, babies are not going to buy it. Their mothers are going to buy it. So if you don't know how to target the mothers of the babies, you will miss your customer. So to know your customer, you have to ask 3 important questions. Why does your customer need your product? Why was your product made? If this iPhone was not made for calling, for instance, and it was made for only social media, you will need to ask yourself, who are the people that do social media? So after you find out why the product is made, you now find out who the product is made for. Who the product is made for and what they are looking for. What they are looking for is that this might be a phone, but if people are looking for fun and you don't make this phone fun, it might be a phone, but it won't give them the what they are looking for. So that's very important. Know your customer, why your product was made, who it was made for, and what they want or they are looking for. The second thing in marketing is know your market. And 3 questions you need to ask to know your market is, where is your market? Some people market on the internet. Some people market in schools. If you are selling school uniform, you are not going to go to Rumokoro market to market them. You are not going to go to Chevron office to market school uniform. You are going to go to schools. So where is your market? When is your market? If you are marketing something that people only buy after school, you don't go there in the morning. Like I had these ice cream sellers that they sell ice cream every day, but in church they only sell ice creams on Sundays because they know that's when people come to church. So where is your market? When is your market? And the number 3 question is, how is your market? Like those ice cream sellers, you see them putting a horn to their ice cream bicycle because sometimes when the parents of the child do not see the ice cream, they will press the horn for their attention. So how do you market and how do you approach your market? So when you are marketing, the main thing is promotion because you already have a product, you have a price and a place. And your promotion must communicate. Remember, we are talking about communication. It must communicate attention. If your marketing cannot get attention, people will even pass your marketing without knowing you are marketing. That's why that horn on the ice cream bicycle that press poppy, poppy is to get attention. Number 2, emotion. If your promotion or marketing does not promote or communicate emotions, you will not sell. Like iPhone, they communicate the emotion of being ahead of others. So if you want to be better than your peers, there's an emotion of arrival or belonging. So what emotion does your product or marketing communicate? Like the two emotions that we communicate in the Mayor of Housing is happiness and money. Whatever you want to do in real estate, we want to communicate that we can make you money and make you happy in real estate. Then finally, the main thing, your marketing should communicate solution. The solution to the problem should be your product, and you must learn how to communicate that. So those are the stages of communication before buying or marketing. During the buying, during sales, you should communicate stories of your product because Brian Essenberg said, facts tell, stories sell. People don't want you to be telling them too much facts. People want to hear the story. And in telling stories, the best way to sell is questions. Because in sales, listening sells more than talking. And the only way you can get to listen to your customers is when you ask them questions. And you deliberately ask questions that will make them say yes. Because there is a theory in psychology of persuasion that says if you can get someone to tell you yes 6 times, they cannot say no anymore. So you deliberately ask questions that will make them say yes. And then you get used to no too, because most scary word in sales is no. But experts know that no only means next opportunity. So one of the best sales framework is from Alex Homozy, one of my mentors here on YouTube. He calls it the closer framework. And your questions should, number one, clarify. So clarify if the person actually needs your product. One thing that most people do is that you just presume Mayor needs to buy your, maybe you are selling perfume. You just presume that Mayor needs a perfume. But maybe Mayor is using perfume of 1 million naira. You are selling oil perfume of 5K and he doesn't use that kind of perfume. If you don't clarify what kind of perfume does the Mayor use, what actually does your customer want, by asking them specific questions. You just see a fat person and you already assume the person needs to lose weight. Without asking questions, person might tell you he's not fat. So clarify with questions, label their problems appropriately. For instance, the perfume thing, you find out that, oh, I don't use 5K perfume, but you can connect me to someone that can give me the 1 million naira perfume. You now label my problem appropriately and know what you can do to solve that problem. Then O is for overview their past pain. What has the customer gone through in the past? Like in real estate, people have trusted developers in the past that they were burnt. You have to overview the past pain. That gives you opportunity to sell your solution. Oh, that's why in the Mayor of Housing we only sell value, and the only greatest value we sell is trust. And nobody ever loses money with us. So sell your solution. Then if they have concerns, explain their concerns to them and explain it away. Then finally, which is important, reinforce their decision. You've made the best decision to buy with the Mayor of Housing. You are joining the League of Satisfied Real Estate and Property Lovers in Africa, who, through us, have not only made a fortune, but have done that with their eyes closed with peace of mind. Then, when you get someone to say yes, you have not made a sale. It's only when they pay that you've made a sale. So a yes is not a sale, payment is. So if you've not collected payment, you have not made a sale. Because some of you will just come home. This person said he will buy, and the person hasn't bought, and you think you have made a sale. You've not. Then this next quotation is so important that today I blocked a number on WhatsApp. His name is Isaac Yahaya. Isaac Yahaya. Because he does not understand how to sell. In sales, pressure is repulsion. Niceness is compulsion. To sell more, be relentlessly nice. If you want me to buy this bike and you are forcing me, you are calling me 10 times a day. If you're a business person, calling anybody more than 2 times is offensive. If you call the person once, maybe he's not close to his phone, call 2 times, he doesn't pick, you don't call again. And then calling someone the same time of the day is also offensive. You call twice in the morning, person doesn't pick, leave the person and call back in the evening or the next day. So the more you use pressure to say, oh boy, you must buy this phone, So if you don't buy, I'm in trouble. So you must buy you are repelling the person. People that use pressure to sell repulse, don't sell much. People that use niceness. Oh, sir, I just called to know how you're doing. China, I've told you I'm not interested in the land. So I didn't call for the land. I just called to know how you're doing. And to let you know that we're having a customers dinner this Friday. Even though you are not interested in buying, you might want to come for the dinner to meet other people. You told me you are into oil and gas. You can meet other oil and gas people at the dinner that can help you move your business forward. It's not really about buying land. Just come and meet other valuable people. You are being so nice that there's the greatest power of marketing is be so nice to your customers that you create a guilt equity in your customers. Guilt equity is when you are so nice, you've given gift to the customer, and you are so nice that the customer feels guilty for not buying. And one of the people that does that very well is Mesuya. If you go to buy suya, before you even announce your mission, the moment you arrive there, the suya man will cut a piece of meat and give you and say, test. Out of 100 people that test, there's only one village wicked man that will not buy. 99 others will feel guilty. Even if you didn't want to buy the suya, you feel guilty that this man don't give me free meat. If I no buy now, get as it be. So in sales, pressure is repulsion. Niceness is compulsion. To sell more, be relentlessly nice. It is how nice you are that determines how well people will buy. And then all your communication, everything in business is just one thing, is to sell. Business has been and will always be a sell or die affair. Most people complicate business. Like in my company, for instance, sometimes we are doing live presentation, we are doing giveaway, we are going to site, we are doing construction. Activities is not business. The basic business is you're either selling and growing or you are not selling and die. So business has always been and will always be a sell or die affair. So even the big oil companies, if they don't sell crude oil, they'll die. So all your communication should be towards selling. And remember, I said being nice sells more than pressure. So instead of telling people always buy, 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 be so nice to your customers that they will feel guilty not buying. So ask yourself, how can I communicate niceness to my customers? And you must have enough capacity for enough customers. Because sometimes small businesses die from the answer to the very prayer they didn't make adequate capacity for. which is too many customers. Let me give you an example. Iya Basira starts selling rice and she's only selling 5 plates and she starts praying, God, please, I need more customers. And then she starts getting 50 customers. Instead of being more nice to the customers, the more customers, Iya Basira becomes rude, start communicating any rudely to her customers, start treating the customers rude. If you no want eat, go. I beg, which one be this? Just lay here, they worry me. I beg, I beg, I beg, I beg. Before you know it, Iya Basira is so rude that the customers start reducing from 50 to 49. You know, a bag of rice that you remove 1 cup of rice, the bag of rice still complete. But if one cup is going away every day, before the end of the year, there will be no more rice. Before the end of the year, Iya Basira is bankrupt, no more customers, and the restaurant will close. That's what happens to small businesses. You don't have people, you don't have the structure and the capacity for customers. Somebody calls you, he says, I have to wait. I have too many orders. You have to wait. And the way you say it so rudely, the person will be wondering, why do I have to wait for this person when I can go to Next Cash and Carry and buy it? So the most important thing to businesses is not what you do, but what you communicate. So I have a quote that says, businesses live or die more on communication than any other factor. So business is more of a mouth work than a hand work. I tell a lot of people that I don't have a hand work. I only have a mouth work. How you make your customers feel is in your mouth. How you communicate, the words you say. Because words are the strongest thing in the world. Words can make people go to war. Words can make people smile. Words can make people laugh. How do you make your customers feel like $1 million, feel important, feel valued, feel validated? So communication, everybody in your company, including the gate man, should communicate so much value to the customers that the customers are happy. And many companies are beginning to know that. That's why when you go to banks, even the security will tell you, thanks for banking with us, because they know that what you communicate to the customer determine whether they'll come back or not. Arguing with a customer is the beginning of business folly, like Isaac Yaya. Let the customer rule you on your rules. What it means is that you must have rules, but allow the customer to take charge of those rules. Like our rule in our business is that we don't compromise goodwill. So, but when a customer lacks goodwill, we're not going to argue with him. He will do his thing, but when he leaves, we'll fire him with his money. But when a customer has goodwill, he can argue from now till tomorrow and shout from now till tomorrow. We'll still pacify him and make him feel like the king, because the rule is that we are ruled by goodwill. So if you're arguing with your customer, somebody wants to sell something to me on WhatsApp. This is 139 messages from one person that calls himself Isaac Yaya, trying to force me to buy whatever we've decided, not knowing that people like me are so busy. I have over 1,461 chats I've not responded to. So if you are not going to give us pleasure, you are fired. So that's the communication of sales. After sales, the next important communication is follow-up after the buying. My mentor Jim Rohn says the fortune is in the follow-up. This is where all the money in business is made. Money is made in marketing, money is made in sales, but the real money is after sales. And it starts immediately after you sell. Mediocre salespeople strive to get the money after they sell. But exceptional salespeople strive to get the money and thank you after the sale. Anytime somebody can buy this for you and you make them feel so good and make them see so much value in this thing that they tell you thank you after paying you, you have started making money. And then my personal best definition of sales is how good you make a customer feel after they pay you. In business, there's what they call buyer's remorse. Buyer's remorse is that when you buy an iPhone, maybe iPhone is not popular, you go home, you start asking yourself, did I really buy the right thing? Is this thing really worth the money I paid? You start feeling bad after you buy something. So the only way you can beat the buyer's remorse is that you make the customer feel so good after buying this that there will be no remorse. And you have to do the 3 R's of follow up. The 3 R's of follow up is number one, you reinforce the customer's decision to buy this phone. Wow, you just bought an iPhone. You are now one of the top 30% of the world that uses the best phone in the world. Not only have you bought an iPhone, but you have joined a league of wonderful people that enjoy seamless phone experience. So you must reinforce their decision to buy your product. Number two, you must remunerate. Find a way of paying them. Like you buy some phones, they'll send you a message that because you bought this phone, you have free access to one thing or the other, bonuses, whatever you can use to remunerate them, and then ask for referrals. So reinforce. To reinforce, you praise them, you prep them. Like if it's a phone, you might teach them how to read the manual. Like most times when you buy a phone, they'll tell you, let me configure it for you. That's prepping you for the phone. Then you refer them to past success stories. Tell them about people. Do you know there's somebody that used iPhone to shoot a movie? Tell them some nice stories about your product. Then to remunerate them, you give them gifts, you give them bonuses and statuses. Like in my present promo in my business, those buying 10 plots and above join what we call the Alessa Highlands Mastermind Group, where they have the status of determining what happens in the estates. So when you ask for referrals, just ask for which of their friends will also like. You're very intelligent to have bought this product. Which of your friend will be is this intelligent that you know that this product will be good for? And then don't just ask for referrals, reward referrals. If you refer someone to us, we'll give you this. So find a way to reward their referrals. Then one of the most important things for referrals is get testimonials. Would you be willing to testify of how much you're enjoying this product? If you go to my business channel, you see testimonials about Alessa Highlands and the mayor of housing. But it's not, most people in communication will tell you it's not what you say, but how you say it. But real communication is not what you say or how you say it. It is what the person gets and feels. You might say it excellently well, and how you say it is excellently well, but if the person doesn't get it, you get it. You know that comedy guy, you get it. If you don't get it, forget about it. So it's only when they get it that your communication has worked and how they feel about it. Because one of the most wisest women of our time, Maya Angelou, said, people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. But people will never forget how you made them feel. So the most important communication is how do you make your customers feel? So make your customers feel so good they will be willing to pay you more for the same product because it's from you than to pay less for the same product from another seller. Anytime you make your customers feel so good that they know that this phone is 10,000 and they can buy it from Classic for 10,000, but you are selling it for 15,000 and they will rather buy it from you for 15,000 for how you make them feel than to buy it from Classic for 10,000. And that's why you'll be wondering, some restaurants or supermarket, things are expensive there, but people go there. It's how they feel, how that place makes them feel. But in all this feeling, the ultimate feeling is trust. Trust is the most important feeling. In fact, money can be reduced to a trust. So you must communicate trust. You must deliver trust. And you must maintain trust. Let people know that when they pay you, they get the best quality, and you always maintain quality and you don't compromise quality. But in all these things I've said about communication, you can forget everything I've said. If you can forget everything I've said, there's one thing Mark Twain said. Mark Twain said, if you can tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. The hardest thing to maintain is a lie, because you have to remember the last lie you told the person to know the next lie to maintain the last lie, and how to follow up the lie of the liology. And Lie, I don't know why they call that guy Lie Mohammed. So you have to lie and lie and lie. But if you tell the truth, you don't need to remember anything. Because the truth is always the truth. That we don't sell houses or lands to sell value. So if you can sell the truth by telling the truth, and the truth is trust, sell trust, you don't need to remember anything or use any special strategies. Because as Peter Drucker said, the best business strategy is a satisfied customer, and the truth or trust will always satisfy your customers. And I add to what Peter Drucker said. I say Peter Drucker famously said that a satisfied customer is the best business strategy. And I dare say that a delighted customer is the superlative of the best business strategy. Superlative is just like best, so call it bestest business strategy. If you can delight your customers, you will never run out of customers. Why? Sales is as a result of a customer convinced. If you can convince people in the value of what you sell, they'll buy. Repeated sales is as a result of a customer satisfied. If what you convince them about satisfied them, they'll come back. But repeated referral sales is built as a result of a customer delighted. When you delight them, they will not only come back, but they will tell their friends about you, tell their enemies, tell their neighbors, there's this mayor of housing. And that's what has been happening to our company recently. We delight our customers so much that they keep telling their friends and their friends. That's why they even give us testimonials. So, but one of my friends, I can't remember the person that made the quote. He said, one of the most selfish things you can do in life is to be selfless, because when you help other people, you are helping yourself. And in business, delighting your customers is delighting you. Choosing your customers is choosing you, because you will be happy or sad by your customers. You will be delighted or not by your customers. When you delight them, they'll pay you so much that you'll be delighted. When you make them happy, they will make you so happy with your bank alert that you'll be so happy. And there's no limit to what your customers can do for you in business. Remember, it's not what you say to them, but how you make them feel. Thank you. So we need to start taking questions, because yes, 36. I used 32 million for that. So let's take questions. Today I have my screen here so that I can see. Please, you can ask your questions so that we can take the questions. How can we personalize customer communication for better engagement? Umechin also. How can we personalize customer communication for better engagement? Make them feel good personally. When people talk about this kind of question, shows me that people misunderstand business. Business is not some esoteric, technical, separated thing from you. Human beings do business, and customers are people like you. When you make your customers feel good personally, you have personalized it for better engagement. Do you know the birthday of your customers? Do you visit your customers when they have an event? Do you give gifts to your customers? How do you make them feel? So that is how you personalize customer communication. The worst personalized customer communication, let me say this, is bringing your needs to your customer. Your customer is not there to solve your need. Your customer is there for you to solve their need. Many of you need to sell. When you are needy to sell, you won't sell. But when you are needy to solve the customer's problem, you will sell. So many of you carry your needs. Sir, I have not sold since last week. Please help me. Wrong communication. The marketplace, please write this. The marketplace does not care about your need. The marketplace cares about your seed. It is their need. Customers come with their need for your seed or solution to solve their need. I don't care whether Steve Jobs is bankrupt before I buy an iPhone. What I care is how can this phone solve my own problem, not the seller's problem. So many of you small businesses, especially Gen Zs, you come with all your problems. I need to sell. Who cares what you need? You are not a customer. In the market, the only need that is important is the customer's need. So shut up your mouth about your need and solve your customer's problem for him to meet all your needs.
Patrick.
Mm-hmm.
She said, when a customer clearly shows goodwill but still doesn't buy from you, how do you turn the goodwill into action without damaging the relationship?
You turn the goodwill with patience, persistent niceness. Patient, persistent niceness. Many of you are in a hurry. Patient, persistent niceness. When a customer has goodwill and does not buy, you patiently, there are people I've been selling to or patiently following up with in our relationship for more than 5 years now. I'm not going to force them to buy. But one day when they are ready, they'll buy. And then you be so nice to the customer that sometimes that customer might not need your product, but he'll refer somebody. There's how nice you'll be to somebody. He'll tell you, well, I don't want to buy this thing, but anytime his friend just mentioned, oh, I want to buy puff puff, you say, yes, I have a friend that sells puff puff. So make the customer your friend and be persistent and patient with your niceness. Next question. This is question number 3 now.
Yes, number 3. Teresa Steven.
Mm-hmm.
How can a small business use communication not just to sell, but to build lasting trust and emotional loyalty with customer in a crowded market?
Yes. Differentiate yourself. What is the trust level? What trust value can you deliver that your competitors cannot deliver? In a crowded market, for instance, in Nigeria, everybody is almost a scam or corrupt. If you make yourself so trustworthy in your industry, you differentiate yourself. You see, communicating what you are not cannot sustain your business. Communicating what you are not cannot sustain your business. The whole world is looking for authenticity. What's authenticity? Authenticity is when you are something and you communicate that thing. A lot of you are so passionate and obsessed about communicating what you are not. Be trustworthy. Be truthful. Communicate these two things. You don't need to learn any strategy. You don't need to, if your product is the best, you don't need to use French to sell your product. You just call people and say, sir, my product is the best. You say, no, try it. Why don't we do it this way? Use the product. After 1 month, if it's the best, you pay me. If it's not, you return it. But if you are paying me, you must tell 10 of your friends that this product is the best. Or give me a video testimonial. Some of you asking these questions, you've not gone to my Ace TV and seen the videos we did of testimonials of some of our customers. We're doing that because trust is scarce in the crowded market, as you said. So, what can you use to communicate trust if not reality? Any communication you are making yourself is not yet trusted by the customer. But the best communication the customer will trust is from another customer. That's why online reviews by customers are the best thing other customers check. If a customer wants to buy from you, he won't ask you because you always say you are the best. He will ask another customer that has bought from you. So the first thing to do is make sure you satisfy the customer that has bought, then get their testimonial so that customers hear from customers and they can trust you more.
Fourth question.
Fourth question.
If Tam said, when you've exhausted all proven strategies to retain a customer and they still don't engage, how do you reassess your approach or decide when to let go and redirect your efforts?
The problem with overselling, please write this down. I didn't put it in my slide. Overselling achieves the opposite of selling. Overselling achieves the opposite of selling. Some of you will just get one prospect. He's not yet a customer. And then you want to kill yourself trying to convince that one person. That's overselling. So the solution to that, have so many customers that you won't have time to go back to trying to convince one customer. So in my marketing, I do a lot of marketing and I get a lot of customers that I am not desperate on one customer. Too few prospects makes you desperate. When you have only 3 people that want your product and you stop marketing to more people and you want to convince these 3 people, you will not only become deluded, you will now become like Isaac Yaya and start disturbing those 3 people. No, you are not to disturb your customers. If 3 people are interested in your product and they've not bought today, how did you get the 3 people? If it's YouTube ad you did or Facebook ad, do another one. Have 30 people so that you don't have to depend on these people. Somebody will always buy. So you don't need to overflog your customers. Business is not by force. Please, let's understand this thing. I said it in that slide. Please bring that slide again. Pressure is repulsion. I need you to put this slide because your question shows that none of you understood what I was saying here. In sales, pressure is repulsion. Niceness is compulsion. To sell, you have to be relentlessly. I didn't say you have to be nice, small, relentlessly nice. Go ahead. In sales, pressure is repulsion. Go back. Go give me that slide. In sales, pressure is repulsion. Please, all of you get this thing. Pressure. If you pressure anybody, you pushing them away from your business. I beg. It's not by force. So, how many times have I made it by force that you must? Okay, let me ask you guys a question. By the kind of value I put in this channel, don't you think this channel should have at least 1 million subscribers and should be viral? Have you seen me forcing any of my videos to be viral? You have to keep doing what you're doing. When the time comes, it will enter. So you have to be nice relentlessly. And the more people you are nice to, the more your chances of selling. Don't pick 2 people and just carry niceness, one wounded. Say, you must buy, you must buy, you must buy. I go day nice for you. I go even buy car for you, build house for you so that you must buy. Must. Selling is not by force. Amen? Next question.
Favor. How do I maintain calm and clarity when communicating with emotionally difficult people so that the conversation still leads to value?
Yes, the calm and clarity is put that place I put arguing with a customer is the beginning of business folly. Favor, calm and clarity comes from value and you knowing you carry value. Let me give you an example. If this is gold and this gold is $10,000, or let's call it 16 million naira, and I want to sell this gold to somebody for 1 million. It's like dashing the person 15 million. Will I be begging the person? So in sales, when you know your value and you know that you are nice, you don't need to be jumping up. When the other person is jumping up, you just be laughing and say, see who I want give value. So you don't need to argue with a customer. You don't need to lose your calm because you carry value. People that lose their calm are people that are desperate. And I tell people, when you are hungry, don't talk to a customer, go and eat. There are times that I don't make sales. If I'm hungry and angry, I'll go chop. Now, mouth when no chop, they talk bad talk, amen? So don't carry your personal idiosyncrasies. Maybe you are married and you quarreled with your husband, you carry the thing, come market, they find who to bite. If you know that what you are selling is valuable, you are the one doing your customer a favor. Like me, I carry the highest value in real estate. So if you miss me, you're already missing value. Most times I tell my customers, part of what I sell is regret equity. Because if you don't buy from me, I'll keep in touch with you because you will regret not buying from me. So if you know that you have gold, you won't be begging people to come take your gold. You only communicate that this is gold. Are you aware that this is gold? And if you are sure you've communicated your gold, you shut up. Next question.
Sixth question.
Mm.
Mavis Philip.
Okay, my Mavis Philip. Yar Kedina. Yeah, Kiki. You see?
What communication channels do your customers prefer? Example, email, social media, phone, in person. And how can you tailor your messaging and support to meet their needs through these channels?
I have a customer that likes calls. I have customers that every customer loves SMS. But the fundamental thing about business is KYC. KYC is know your customer. There's no blanket strategy for customers. When you ask me this question, Mavis Philip, I'm wondering how my customer take concern your customer. Are you in real estate? Why are you asking me about my customers? Go and know your customer. You see, many people lose money in business because they are too lazy and unwilling to work. Know your customers. There are customers that love WhatsApp that don't even make normal call. They love WhatsApp call. How you know is that when each time they call you, they call through WhatsApp. If you are calling them back, don't call them through normal number. Call them through WhatsApp. There are customers that love email because how they communicate from you, you know what they like. So know your customers. By interacting with your customers, you know what they prefer. There are customers that always want in-person meeting and lunch. If you know this man is always inviting me for lunch, when is your own time? Invite him for lunch and go to where he likes. There is no blanket solution. Oh, please, customers are like kings. What worked for King Edward will not work for Pharaoh. Know your customers. What works in Port Harcourt might not work in Kaduna. Know your customers. What works in real estate might not work in Kuli Kuli market. Know your customers. If you are selling to housewives, what works for the people that buy real estate might not work for housewives. Know your customers. So Mavis Philip, please know your customers. Don't come here and use my own customers to treat your own customers. You are not me. You are not in real estate. You are not the mayor of housing. Know your customers, know what they like, and give it to them. And that's why, remember the closer framework. It says you should clarify what your customers want and label their problems. The CL, the closer framework, please give me that slide. The closer framework says clarify is part of knowing your customers. Clarify goes to sales. Use the Alex Hormozy closer framework. Clarify what your customers want. Go forward. Go forward. You've passed it. Clarify what they want. Label their problems appropriately. Your customers and my customers are not the same. So, in clarifying and labeling, you know what they prefer. So, this question you ask me is what you're supposed to ask your customer if you are just meeting your customer for the first time. So, what do you really want? What do you want this to do for you? Okay, our product will do that for you. Okay, your communication channel, how do you want me to follow up with you? Should I call you or should I send you a text? No, I prefer email. The customer is talking to you. It's called KYC. It's at the root of every business. Nice question.
TA the part.
Mm-hmm.
How can we deal with negative feedback while communicating with customers with emphasis on difficult customers?
You should pay your cost. In fact, you should reward your customers that give you negative feedback. The best feedback you can get is not positive feedback. The best feedback you can get is negative feedback. Because if you can satisfy the stupid and the difficult customers, it means you can satisfy everybody. So when difficult customers give me negative feedback, I'm happy. I even appreciate them. And if there's a way to remunerate them, I give them a gift. Because they make you see your faults that you don't know is there. If a customer says, I don't like the way you talk with your face cap during live, and I check it, and I see, oh, that my face cap no correct, I'll look for how to make it better. So those annoying customers give you feedback that you must learn from. But it's not a must that you must retain every customer, please. My mentor, Grant Cardone, said part of his dream in business was to become so rich that he can refund customers. And that's what happened to me in my business. Once a customer is too difficult, I refund you your money. But your negative feedback is important to me because it helps me grow. For instance, there are customers that complained about my slowness of our development. I gave them back their money, but I took their feedback very seriously that speed has become an obsession in construction for me because of those people. So those impatient customers that want it sharp, sharp, I might not deal with them, but I'll take the feedback they give me to better my process for the ones that are okay. So use negative customers to improve your business for positive customers. The ones that are not difficult and didn't leave you, use what the negative ones did you to pamper and be nicer to the positive ones. Next question.
Nsika Jack, what are the key performance indicators, KPIs, we should track to measure the effectiveness of our customer communication strategy?
There is only two things that shows that your customer, when people talk about KPIs, remember what I said. Please, this slide, business has been and always be a sell or die affair. Slide, I'm not seeing the number. Business has been and always that I did my hand like this. And Sika Jack, there are two indices or KPI. Number one, how does your customer buy again? That shows you are communicating well. Number two, how does your customer refer somebody to you? That shows you are communicating well. All this other, everything we are talking here in communication is sell or die. So if the customers are not buying again, your communication is rubbish. If you like, go to Harvard and use Queen's English to be sending them the best messages every day. If they are not coming back to buy again, you have failed again. If they are not recommending people to you again, you have failed again. You should be calling them and apologizing and saying, sorry, I noticed you've not bought again after the last time. What am I not doing right? They will tell you. Oh, sorry, I noticed you've not referred any of your friends to us. What is so terrible about us that you don't want your friends to know about us? They will tell you. Good things, people share good things. If you're good, they will share you. And people come back to good things. If you do well, they will come back to you. So I said it's not what you say. It is the trust and the quality of your product that determines and how you make your customers feel. If you have a good product that they feel good about it, they'll come back again and again. So the KPI is sales and referral sales. Next question. Yeah.
Eden House.
Mm-hmm.
He said you often talk about the power of a mastermind group and surrounding yourself with people ahead of you.
Yes.
How can someone in an average environment start forming a high value circle?
Good. You start forming a high value circles by reading. And like what you are doing now. You see, so many of you complicate process. If you don't communicate value, valuable people will not be attracted to you. So the first way to communicate value is to imbibe value, either through valuable books or valuable content. If you are watching, for instance, there's no how I will not talk value when I have watched Alex Homozy every day. I watch Dan Mattel every day. I watch Grant Cardone every day. I watch Napoleon Hill every day. I watch all these people, Brian Tracy. When I watch them and read their books, my vocabulary will communicate so much value that people ahead of me will want to associate with me. In my business, for instance, some of the top people in Nigeria have interviewed me. And when they talk to me, they're like, wow, this guy is so sound. Then they can associate with me. But if you are in an average environment and you don't up your mental environment through books and content, you will be there doing average communication. What's average communication? You live in Diobu, for instance, and you are communicating ace, hey, point one, hey, pilot one. You'll be airpiece. Eh? So when your language and your thinking reflects your environment, you only remain and connect with people in your environment. But when your thinking and your communication reflects a higher environment, when you read these books so much and listen to this content so much, when you talk, people will know that this person is loaded and they'll want to associate with you. The Bible says, seest thou a man diligent in his business, he'll stand before kings, he will now stand before mean men. Diligence is the diligence of study to show yourself approved. 2 Timothy 2:15, it says, study to show yourself approved. The only way you can get the approval for a higher circle is when you study enough that you are an expert of what you are doing. You carry so much value that when you talk, kings will say, come up, Peter. But when you talk rubbish, kings will run away from you. They'll be like, who be this area gutter guy? So you should, not just your speech, everything about you should be laced with higher value. Then you attract those people at higher level. And for those that are in average environment, that's your only escape route. Imagine that you are in Diobu, for instance, and there is a man that is in Gulf Estate, and you guys go to the same church. But any day you people meet and greet, when you talk, you don't talk like a Diobu person. You talk like a Harvard person. He's the man that will ask you, come to my house in Gulf Estate. I'd like us to talk. You now call, man, you talk so well. Where do you stay? I stay in Diobu. No, you can't. I say, I stay in Diobu, but I'm not of Diobu. That actually I'm working on a project that this. The man will be intrigued in your project and say, wow. If your mentality and your soundness cannot make the people up there say, wow, they will invite you up. You remain where you are. Next and the last question.
Yes, it's good. Nsi, what are our customers' pain points? Pain points, and how can we address them?
You're asking me the question you're supposed to ask the customer. That's the thing we that's the thing we talked about in the closer framework. Please, when we talked about the sales, we say clarify with question. Overview their past pain. You should ask the customer, what is your pain? What is your major problem with my product? You say, the ones I've bought in the past, when I go home, put the thing for water, you know they work. Okay. So those you are supposed to find the pain points from the customer. That Alex Somozi user framework. Go there, you see it. You are supposed to find the pain point from the customer, not from me. So you're asking me a question, you should ask your customers. Please, the most important communication in this world is know your customer, KYC. If you don't know your customers, you won't know. All of you should cram this place. I'll screenshot this closer framework. If you don't overview their past pain, you won't know how to sell your solution. You can see the chronologies. When you know their pain, and now sell your solution. If your solution cannot handle their pain, you are not their customer. You can now refer them to the real customer that can handle their pain. So please stop asking me questions. You should ask your customer. Use the closer framework to know your customer, clarify their needs with questions, label their problems appropriately, overview their past pain, sell your solution that will handle their pain, explain away their concerns. If they have concerns, explain it until those concerns have gone away. Then reinforce their decision to tell them that of all these things you have discussed here, I'm the man that will get you that value. That's how sales is communicated. At this juncture, I'm going to ask my question. And when I ask the question, those that get it, the first 10 people to get this question will win 30,000. So are we ready? Please, our COO will help us with our getting the answers to these questions. Very important. Are we ready? The question is this: who is your non-customer? From everything I have said, who is your non-customer? Who is your non-customer? From everything I've said. It's like my chat is. Who is your non-customer? Non-customer. Be checking anyone you see, you screenshot. Mm. You say what? Who is the non-customer? If the person must not, you know what I explained to you. If it's closed, the non-customer. Some people say I'm your non-customer. Respect yourself, fool. How can you say I'm your non-customer? That person that's close to it, screenshot it. One person has gotten it. Your non-customer. Your non-customer.
Have you seen when Mimi Patrick? Just they said the get person wey like Mimi Patrick.
Mimi.
Patrick. Just dey check. No one call am and make everybody go. That one YouTube.
Is it on YouTube? Me, I'm trying to check fresh answers.
But I don't screenshot.
Okay. That's the only person. Oh. Yes, the only person that is close to the question is you said Mimi Jack, have you?
Mimi Patrick Jumbo.
Mimi Patrick Jumbo. Read the answer.
The person that doesn't have the problem you are solving.
That's the. Please give her a round of applause. In fact, Mimi Jumbo, she got it so correctly. Your customers are those people that have problem you are solving. Whether they have paid or not, whether they will pay, whether they hate you, they are potential customer. But your non-customer that nothing concern you with the person is the person that does not have the problem you are solving. If you are selling parts, no man can be your customer because you are selling parts. Men are your non-customers. So what's her name? Mimi Patrick Jumbo, you've not only won 30,000, we are giving you a bonus of 20,000. So we'll give her 50,000. Which other question do we ask that from our today's training? Let me. Because today's training. Let me. What's this one is so simple that I'll need help with our COO for the answer. What's the most important of all I've said today? What's the one word that we need to communicate to our customers? One word of everything I said today. Of everything I said today, what's the one word we need to communicate to our customers? One word. And I'm looking for that one word. Nope. One word that we need to communicate. Nope. I'm saying, when I say one word, I had to even quote somebody because of that one word. One word, oh. My COO, I hope you're helping us to get the answer. The people that answer correctly. One word. Huh? No, just one word. That one person. Still snap that person. That person, they close. One word. Everybody is saying trust. It's not trust. One word, oh. That person, snapper, man. That person. We'll manage that one. You don't pass them. One word. I've not seen the one word. Eh? One word. Yes. One word. There's one word I'm looking for. Hey, oh boy, today you people don't want to eat my money. I'm not seeing the one word, oh, and I'm here going through the comments myself today to reduce error. And I'm not seeing it, oh. Okay. You know what we'll do? We'll ask another question. Go, let me answer this one first. Put that slide of Maya Angelou. That means I didn't even do a nice presentation today. Maya Angelou, the second to the last, or at least they are 20 something. Maya Angelou, the only woman with black woman with nice hair. It is not what you say or how you say it, it is what you get or feel. Have you put it? The answer, the one word for you need to communicate to your customers is feeling. Feeling. It's not what you say, it's not what you do, it's how you made them feel. Yes, Maya Angelou said it. That means today, I was just talking to myself now. If you people could not remember one word, feeling. Feeling is the one word. Yes, now, and somebody got close. It's just that the person with the vest, she want win. She want win everything. Yeah, yes, now, yes. Let's give her because she has won again. The same, what's her name again? The same Mimi Patrick Jumbo is the only person that got close. She put emotions, and feeling is an emotion. So Mimi Patrick Jumbo, you've won another 30K. That's 80K. Nah. So no, we are not rewarding people that ask questions this week. So that and she still asks questions. This Mimi Patrick Jumbo, she planned us. So where are you from? You plan us today. So we've done we've given away 30,000 to people. We have 8 more people. I don't like anytime we stay here above 7 p.m. So maybe what question do we ask? Let me ask a question. Somebody made a quote that said, if you know the truth, you don't need to remember anything. Who is the person? That one is so simple. If you say the truth, you don't need to remember anything. Who made that quote? The first 10 people that get it. The first 10 people. Who made that quote? If you know the truth, you don't need to remember anything. First 10 people that get it. Number 1, Lawal Halimat. Number 2, Chidozie Ume. Number 3, Richie Zekong. Number 4, NJ Housing. Number 5, Miracle Okoli. Number 6, Ugo Chinyere Rehoboth. Then get 2 from Facebook. So the first 6 people that got the answer is Mark Twain. From my record here, the first person that got the answer is Lawal Halimat. The second person is Chidozie Ume. The third person is Richis Ekong. The fourth person is NJ Housing. The fifth person is Miracle Okoli. The number 6 person is Onye Chinyere Rehoboth. We are taking 2 from Facebook. So those 2 more people will get from Facebook. Emanuela who? Ekong. Emanuela on Facebook, yeah. Oladina. Oladiran. Yes. Oladiran on Facebook and Emanuela. The 8 of you will join Mimi for your 30,000 each. And we're going to call it a day. But before we call it a day, so many people try to complicate business by trying to make business complex. Confucius says that this life is really simple. but we insist on making it complicated. And the Chinese people say, he without a smiling face has no business opening a shop. It is not what you sell, the quality of what you sell, the quality of the words you use or how you say them that matters. It's the quality of your smile and the happiness you are able to transmit and what you make your customers feel that matters. So in communicating with your customers, it's not what you say, how you say it that matters, it's how you make them feel. If you don't make your customers feel more valuable than their money, they'll hold on to their money. But if you make them feel more valuable than their money, they'll gladly give you their money for that feeling they will take from you. So let's not complicate business by making it about so many verbose and so many high-tech and structural definitions of all kinds of business aspects. Business is simply a sell or die affair. And Brian Tracy defines sales as the transfer of enthusiasm, the transfer of joy. How can we make people so happy about a product that they're willing to bring out their money for it? Whatever you need to communicate that can spread happiness, that can transfer happiness, that can transfer enthusiasm, that can transfer joy to the customer, that is what communication with your customer stands for. That's what business stands for. And it's not just the CEO, the salespeople, and the marketers that should communicate this happiness. Everybody in the company, the cleaner, the gate man, the janitor, everybody in the company should carry so much enthusiasm and joy that they can transmit it to the customer so that the customer is happy to pay you, and not only pay you, but come back and pay you again, and not only come back and pay you again, but refer so many people to pay you. Business is the best way to make the world a happy place, because when you sell, you only transfer happiness. And when you communicate happiness, exude happiness, become happiness, the world will become a better place when every seller makes a buyer happy. And all of us are either selling something or buying something. And if we can transfer happiness, we'll not only get rich, that will make us happy, but will make the world a better place. So when you are communicating, don't think about the techniques, the closer framework, the quotes, the Mark Twain, and all these technical things we say today. When you are communicating, just think of one word. How do I make them feel valued, feel happy, and feel so good that they will not only pay me, but they'll come back again and again and tell the world of how wonderful I am. That's my take today, and I'll see you next week on the other side.
Take na gold. If you sabi road, you go make am bold. No be just land, the future you dey hold. Give me your day, yeah, make we run am cold. We know they do anyhow. Na better investment dey down. Your money go rise, you no go fall. Make you no slack, make you no dull. We know they sell house, we dey sell value. If you want invest, we go show you. The money go go, he no go lost. So come make we talk, don't time to dull. From city to city, we can run package. Affordable price, it no be baggage. Na quality shoppers, no be manage. Make we sign deal, no be just courage. If you want buy, we go guide you. No fall for scam, we dey beside you. The mayor of housing, now we dey here. We go make sure, say you go check. Invest today, don't look tomorrow. The future dey bright, no need to borrow. If you want, we make you follow. The mayor of housing, now we be follow, come. We know they sell house, we they sell value. If If you want invest, we go show you. Your money no grow, it no go loss. So come make we talk, no time to